Hey my fellow and soon-to-be maniacs out there, welcome back to this beautiful channel. It's your favorite webcomic creator and animator, the Chainsaw Maniac, and today we're here with another video of Coffee and Chainsaws where I just sit down, we talk a bunch of shit, you know, while I draw some stuff in the background. I mean, as you work on some of the art pieces that maybe you're working on, and you know, we just chill out. If you guys enjoy the kind of content I do and you would like to see more, I suggest you head on down to that like button as well as subscribe and ring that notification bell if you want to be notified of any other content I do on this channel. Bit of an interesting thing happened, you know. I was listening to a video on Jazzicalnes channel. She's very well known into the Webtoon canvas space and is kind of part of the Webtoon T gang. That was like a thing, you know. It used to be a cool ass podcast we listened to, but now it's just, I don't know, just died down. And basically she put out this video of this tweet that went out and kind of just pissed everyone off. And basically this is what the tweet says, and it was, I think it was posted by someone called Redacted. That's what she says in the video. Like, I haven't bothered to check it out actually. I was animating and my brain is mush and I didn't have time to actually check it out, but I think it's gonna actually, you know, I think it's something to talk about, something to shed light on, I guess. So basically the tweet reads, some of y'all's art is literally 3rd grade level and I'm tired of pretending it's not. I'm sorry to say it, but if you're 16 to 17 and drawing like that, art isn't meant for you. I should know because I suck at art too, but at least I'm honest about it. That's basically what the tweet reads, which is very interesting because they're dissing artists who's literally 3rd grade level, which, by the way, I don't know what the fuck that means, because 3rd grade level can mean anything. I mean, I told you guys, I knew a guy, I still know a guy, Rusake, 3rd grade. That guy was fucking DC Comics level. Like, he could draw, think of any like great DC comic artist, like your favorite DC comic artist or Marvel artist, right? That guy in 3rd grade was up there. You understand? Like, it's insane. Like, honestly, like his drawing skills were insane back then. So 3rd grade level, I mean, because I know that guy, so I mean, like, what are you trying to say here? And then this person says, like, if you 16 or 17 and still drawing like that, basically, so if you reached 16 or 17, which is like 11th grade, 10th grade, if you reached 11th grade or 10th grade, like, you should just give up, basically. And this person knows that because they suck at art, and at least they're honest about it. That's what they're saying. Like, so I don't know. It's like, why? It's just a bunch of words salad pointed at someone. I feel like this person is just pissed at someone and they put it out there. And here, like, right on top it says, I'm tired of pretending it's not. Like, why are you tired of pretending it's not? Why are you even tired of pretending it's not? Like, how does it bother you that people's art is bad? I don't understand. Like, I mean, you're an artist, you should know. Yeah, you even stated here that your art sucks. So I mean, like, look, if you sucking, right, you should know what it's like to suck, is what I'm saying. So if you suck, you should know what it's like to suck, and you should know how those people feel that suck. So I don't understand why are you being so hard on these people that art sucks, because yours sucks. So, like, it's weird. It's very weird. You know what I mean? It's like someone, you know, pointing at someone that's on fire when they standing right next to them. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, what are you talking about? But yeah, it was just funny. I don't know. I was listening to it. I was just laughing. And Jazzicalnes brought up some points as well. I don't agree. I don't think I agree with all of them, but she did point out certain things that I think I agree with. So I'm gonna go through some of them, and then we're gonna talk about some other stuff. You know, whatever it is. You know, basically this is just my ramble video. So I mean, who gives a shit? Right? That's what Coffee and Chainsaws is about. We just sip coffee. You know, I get hyped up and we talk about a bunch of weird topics, and that's what it is. You know, I'm pretty sure you guys enjoy this. And it was quite interesting. The first point she made was basically like, you know, from 16, like, it's a very interesting, this tweet, you know, this person talked about, like, from 16, like, when you reach 16 or 17, if your art sucks, just give up, basically. This is what this tweet is saying. If you reach 17, 16 and your art sucks, yeah, just give up. It's like, what? I don't understand. Like, look, I'm a professional artist, like, I'm a professional animator. I work in the industry, right? Now, let me tell you, in 12th grade, 11th grade, 10th grade, go all the way down, my art always sucked, okay? It just did, you know, because that was my learning phase. I was learning how to draw. I didn't even know how to freaking draw stick figures yet properly, you know. I was figuring it out, and I could draw like basic shapes and shit, you know. I remember I took like an art class and I could draw apples. I could draw apples and bananas, like very realistic like, but I couldn't draw people. I sucked at drawing people, you know. I just sucked at drawing various things, you know. Like I told you, that guy in 3rd grade, Rusek, you know, he was like freaking straight up the jump. The moment he had a pen in his hand, he could like visualize and draw stuff. I don't know, like it's one of those things, like, you know, some people say, like, I think Jazzicalnes makes a point in this video where she actually says, like, it's not like you're gonna pick up a pen and actually just draw amazingly. No, there are people like that who exist, actually. It's just very rare. They exist because I knew one who could do that shit. 3rd grade, imagine 3rd grade, like a 3rd grade kid. Imagine yourself at 3rd grade, right? Imagine what you could draw and what you could accomplish in that time, right? Now, imagine Rusek, my friend. He competed at that age. His art was on a level like a professional. I mean, if you looked at Yusuke Murata's work, his art is insane. Like, it's insane. And then you look at like other people's, you know, artwork, and it's just like pick out your favorite comic artist. Your favorite, like, I mean, like, favorite as in their art skills are godly. Like, pick that person. This kid was drawing like that in the 3rd grade. I'm telling you, like, he could draw real people without reference. Like, he didn't need reference for someone. He drew this picture of like Mark Wahlberg. Like, he just sketched it out, you know, and bam, Mark Wahlberg. Like, and he had very, like, his art style was very flexible because of his DC and Marvel background. He could like draw those characters, and that art style, he could mimic it perfectly. It was insane. At 3rd grade, they do exist. They do exist, trust me. But I mean, look at us now. Look at the difference now. Look, my friend Rusek, you know, I wish him all the best. You know, shout out to my friend Rusek. You know, hopefully he finds a really good job. You know, hopefully he finds a really awesome job. But like, he hasn't put in the effort. Like, talent can only get you so far. You know, you have to know how to move within the industry and toward the industry. You have to know how to get there. Like, for instance, me, I suck. I don't think you understand how bad I was at art. I was very bad. Like, honestly, I sucked so much. But then once I went to college, which was a gaming college, by the way, I learned all these different aspects of the industry, and that's when I got that drive to, this is what I want to do. This is my calling. I want to be an animator. That's what I want to be. I stumped on the accelerate and I never stopped, and I never did. You know, I'm still going on. I mean, you guys see how I work. I just keep going, right? Because I have a passion for it. I enjoy the work I do and I have fun with it. You know, look how far that's got me. I'm now senior level animator. Like, honestly, like, because I put in the work, I put in the time, you know, I grinded my way to the top, you know, from an intern all the way up, senior position. Look at that. That's pretty quick, because honestly, like, I'm 26, right? You have to understand, I'm quite young for someone to reach this level at this moment right now in the industry. So, like, I still have a lot to learn, obviously. I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm pretty good, but I'm not the best. You know, there's people out there who will absolutely shit on my art. They will artistically shit on my art. They're that good. Like, I've seen them, I work with them, you know, I've seen what they can do. So, like, I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm pretty good, you know. I don't know the point I was making, but what I'm saying is, in the beginning, I had a point that basically these people born with that talent. It's just a matter of what you do with it. It's a matter of what you want to put that talent into, and whether or not that talent itself is something that you are driven and passionate about. You know what I mean? Because if you can pick up like a freaking ukulele and play that shit, like, you play it better than any ukulele player in the goddamn world, right? Right? You're the best ukulele player, goddamn it, the best ever. You know, but you don't want to play the ukulele. You know what I mean? Are you really gonna go anywhere with it? It's not gonna go anywhere because you don't want to do anything with it, right? You don't have that drive to be the best ukulele player. So, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. Like, yeah, these people that born with a pencil literally in their hand, ready to draw. Sometimes just pen, you know, they can draw with freaking crayons. They can draw masterpieces with crayons. It's all within the person itself, like what they're driving for, what is their passion, you know. You can be the best at something, but you just don't enjoy it. It just is what it is. I've met those people. They have talents, but they don't aspire to be something that they can use their talent for, if that makes sense. And in the video, she does make a point that the way people perceive artists is as if they were born with this talent and you just pick up a pen and you just do the thing, right? It doesn't really work like that. Although I've given examples of people who are born like absolutely they can do this talent, like they can do that, just pick up a pen and do it. There are those freaks, you know, who can do that. I mean, it just is like that. There are those people who are born with the talent, but there's also people who have worked hard and who's grinded and who's, you know, they gone that extra mile to perfect a certain skill, a skill that does look easy because of how good the artist is, you know, or how good the person, you know, is at a certain skill. They make it look easy because they're that good at it. And I get in the video like what you're saying, like basically like it does take hard work. It does take, there's a lot of hard work, a lot of time put into the skill to do certain things. And honestly, like I don't know my friend Rusek's upbringing in terms of before I met him, because I only met him in 3rd grade. Like I don't know what intensive training he might have gone through. Like honestly, like I don't know how we got that good. I have no idea. I've asked him. Like I remember the time I asked him, like, how did you win? The only thing he told me was he watched a lot of TV. That's all he told me. Like I watched a lot of TV. I like certain shows, and I just tried to draw those characters, and I draw the characters. That's basically his explanation. So those people exist. Those freaks out there who can just drop ink onto a page and it turns into the freaking Mona Lisa. You know what I'm saying? Like they exist. They do exist. Those freaks out there, you know, they are more of an exception to the rule, you know what I mean? Like they very few and quite rare, you know. I've only known one of them my whole life, so they're very rare, you know. But most of the time, like people like me, look, my art has always sucked. Like I've told you, like my art has always sucked. Right now it's really good, but that's because I put in the time, I put in the effort, I grinded my skills all the way into my fingertips. You know, now it's just like in the muscle memory right there, you know, just in there, you know, in my mind. You know, sometimes, you know what I do, and just shows how insane I am and how my brain just doesn't switch off. Even when I'm not drawing, I'm drawing. Or even when I'm not creating, I'm still creating in my mind. Like in my mind, literally. And this will just tell you how insane I am. In my mind, like I literally treat my mind like my PC, and I open up Blender in my mind and I model a certain thing. And I think about how I'm going to model it with the shortcut keys and everything. Like I literally do that all in my mind. And you guys have seen me like actually script stuff in my mind. And like I don't even write down scripts and shit. My brain just does that shit on its own. In a way, it is kind of like, because I've heard actually if you fill your mind with a bunch of information, you're going to forget a lot of shit. You're going to be very forgetful. That's why a lot of smart people is very forgetful, because their brains are stuffed full of a bunch of information. Not saying I'm smart. I'm honestly not that smart. But I would say that I do have a bunch of information that's just like my brain's always just going, you know. Even when I'm sleeping, it's just going, you know what I mean? It's just going. Like like when I'm sleeping, it's not even like I'm sleeping. It's like I'm working in Blender right now, like bam, bam. No, just sleeping but Blender's on. It sounds insane, but yeah, that's just my brain. My brain works that way. The only time I think I switch it off is when I take my breaks. When I'm watching a series or something, I'm listening to something, then I really switch it off. But then I'm always still thinking, like I don't know how to really properly, you know, turn it off. I wonder if it's you know, I've always sat down and wondered, like, if it is maybe like an addictive personality. Because I remember when I was younger, I was like addicted to video games. Like I loved playing video games, and I wonder if I don't know if it was an addiction. Like I could like stop playing. Like I don't know if that's an addiction, because I could have just stopped anytime. Like it was, I just enjoyed it. So maybe, you know, thinking about it, like maybe it's because I'm enjoying art so much. I enjoy like doing what I do so much that like it just becomes like, it's just like I want to do it all the time, I guess. So I don't know if that's addictive. I don't know, man, but I just enjoy it. So I don't know. I'm having fun. So I don't know what to tell you guys about that, but that's just a little insight into my mind, into the madness that is my brain. You know what I mean? Yeah, living a day in my brain might make you go insane, and it rhymed, and you know, that's cool as well. You know, if it rhymes, it's true. So basically, she also goes into that when you look at, because like of today's world, you know, the Instagram artists and all the social media artists, basically, when you look at their work, like there's some artists that's really freaking talented, like their work, but the thing is, you don't really know what they did to get there. You know what I mean? So like you only see all the awesomeness, but you don't see all the pain and suffering it went behind making that specific art piece. You know what I mean? And yeah, it is something that does happen, and it is something that I feel like it does play into this mentality of this, you know, tweet right here that I've just mentioned in the beginning of the video. But yeah, honestly, like, but this is another thing that I want to talk about. Like, honestly, like, I don't understand why people get so butthurt when people criticize their art. You know, people shit on my art all the time. You know, I mean, literally, like, my animation team, because like I work with an animation team, like I would do a shot and they'll be like, oh yeah, you fucked up here. You know, like they'll tell me straight up, and I would want them to tell me straight up because we're on a team. So if I fuck up, we all fuck up. So obviously, you know, I get those every day. Like, honestly, every day I'm told by my animation team how much my work sucks. I'm also told how awesome my work is. Like, it kind of balances out. You know, when I'm doing something really cool, oh my god, my ego just explodes. Like, you don't understand, guys. It's all over the place. And honestly, I've gotten kind of numb. After you've been criticized so much and insulted so much, you know, you just get numb to it. Like, honestly, like, it's just like, yeah, sure, my work's shit. Yeah, move on, you know? And it's all about the mindset that you have. Like, if you enjoy the work that you do and you think it's awesome, like, what does it matter what anyone else thinks? You know what I mean? Unless you're doing it on a professional basis and you want to reach a certain level, then obviously you have to take in consideration the type of work you're doing and the level of art that you have to reach within a certain aspect of the industry. So if you want to be a really good concept artist, obviously there's a certain standard that you have to reach. Or if you want to be a really good animator, there's a certain standard you have to reach. And that's like if you want to work more on a professional level, of course. But I mean, if you're just doing it for fun and you're just enjoying making art, like, who gives a shit what anyone else thinks? You know, you're enjoying it, you're having fun. So it's a little also on the person who's being insulted. You know, it depends on how you take it. Like me, I laugh it off. You know, people tell me, like, recently, if you go back to one of my older YouTube videos, people tell me how shit my videos are. You know, people tell me how shit my work is. People tell me how shit this is, that is. You know, I don't really give a shit anymore. Like, I'm having fun. I don't care what you think. I mean, honestly, who is you? You know, who are you? Honestly, literally, who are you? You're some guy on the internet that I don't know. And you don't know me. That's the thing. When people tell me how bad my artwork is, I laugh because I'm like, oh, okay, you don't know who I am. No, that's fine. You don't know who I am. And that's why if you knew who I am, you would understand where I'm coming from. But because you don't know where I am, you know, it's just like, it's just words rolling off my back, as they say, you know, or, you know, just another boat going under the bridge. You know, it's just like, I don't really care what you think, you know? And it's one of those things, like, if you, and this, like, for all the younger artists out there, like, you're not going to get anywhere if you listen to those people. Like, sure, listen to constructive criticism. Listen to it because it will help you. But make sure the person giving you that criticism is also taking their own advice as well. Because there's people who tell me my art is shit. And then I look at their art and I'm like, oh, so you also suck, but you telling me to do what you're supposed to be doing. And you suck on such a level that it's just like, you know, like mine is just looks like a scratch mark compared to your dent in your car. You know what I mean? Like if you gonna really talk that shit, you know, you gotta back it up with some art or something. You know, you gotta back it up, because if you don't back it up, I mean, no one's gonna take you seriously, and I'm just not gonna listen to you. Like many of my friends criticize my work, mainly my closest and bestest friend Elias. You know, he's a big old teddy bear, you know, and he loves all of us on the Discord. And but I enjoy it still because it reminds me of the good old days, you know, because I had a mentor who just would tell me how shit my work is and would just repeatedly shit on me, even though like everyone else says it's good. It's never good for him, and I don't know why, but I enjoyed it because it was like he's the only guy who's actually telling the truth, because I know when my work is shit. Look, I'm quite honest when it comes to looking at my work and being like, damn, this is absolute trash, like I can do better. But there's sometimes I look at my work and I'm like, oh man, you know, I'm good. Like this is amazing. I did what I wanted to accomplish. I love this, I love that. Oh, this is good. It could change here, but you know, overall good, you know, A+, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you gotta have that mentality. You gotta pat yourself on the back also sometimes. Come on, guys, you can't just shit in your art all the time. You know, I have a friend, you know, her name is Yuning. Okay, I don't understand why she's doing art. Shout out to Yuning, you know, go check out one of her live streams. yeah, moan and groan about how bad her art is, or how tiring or taxing her art is. She's probably also gonna see this and wonder what the fuck. But okay, it's fine, you know. We gotta spread the love. We gotta exchange shout outs. This is what happens when I just have no script and I go into all avenues of craziness and weirdness. So yeah, that's just what it is. But when it comes to criticism, there's certain things like people criticize me about, like in terms of my art, but it's like I'm not aiming for what you want me to aim for, you know what I mean? So you also have to know what you want with your art. That's like one of the things. Like, people criticize me on certain aspects of my art, but I'm like, that was not the goal of this specific project. So I don't care about how bad the other aspects of this art look. It was mainly to focus on a certain aspect, and you know, that's just how it goes. But I mean, you can't be all buttered about it. Don't, like, if someone tells you your art is shit, don't go crying in a corner, you know. But this is the thing about me. Like, when someone tells me, hey Chains, your art sucks, and you suck it as an artist, I laugh, and you know, it feeds me. I don't know what it is, but whenever someone tells me my art sucks, or they tell me my art's not good enough, or they point out certain things that, like, you know, they nitpick certain aspects, and it pumps me up. Actually, it feeds my drive for some reason. I don't know why, but it does. It makes me want to do more. It makes me want to do better. I think it's mainly because I'm like, oh, you think I can't do it? Oh, okay, it's fine. You know, I'll prove you wrong. One day. It's not going to be today. It's not going to be the next day, but it will be someday. You know, someday I'll get up there. I get so high up in the clouds that I'll just be looking down at you with love, my friend. And then just reach that crazy level, just levitating above everyone. You know, I'm not there yet. Maybe when I'm like in my 80s still doing something, you know. I mean, by that time, if I'm not a good artist, you know, if you're 80 and you've been working since you're 20 at a certain artistic job, and you still haven't reached greatness at your art, and greatness can be defined in many different ways, but I just mean to yourself, like, if you feel like, oh shit, I haven't progressed, and you're 80 years old, then maybe you should give up at that point. You know what I mean? But I feel like my art will always progress, because I will always keep moving forward. I'm never comfortable with where I am with my artwork. I'm never comfortable with where I am in like, just in my career as well. Like, I want to do better. I want to get, you know, the higher positions. I want to, you know, although I have been offered higher positions, but I like the current position. I mean, I don't want to go any higher, you know, because then it's more stress, you know, more. Yeah, so I'm as long as I get paid a bit more, and you know, I get to do all the cool stuff I get to do, and I still get to perfect my art as well as improve it, as well as enhance it, you know, that's what I want to do. You know, I always enjoy finding new things that can level up my art. You know, people's been so afraid of AI, but you know, AI is just another tool that's gonna help you perfect your art a bit more, or make things easier for yourself. I don't think it will help perfect your art. I don't think it will help actually perfect your art. It might help you in certain aspects, because I mean, like, let's say I want to animate something, and you know, I have an AI who can do in-betweens for me. Oh yeah, that's amazing. Like, I take that any day of the week. I mean, Artie, my friend Artie, shout out to Artie, you know, he showed me this cool thing where you can, like, change the frame rate of your animation and to make it smoother, like, using AI. And I thought that was pretty cool. Although there's certain aspects of it, like those, I think that type of AI will be very good for, like, slight, like, animations, or slow-mo aspects of animation. But like, there's certain times where it messes up the timing, you know. But that's AI, you know. AI is very specific, it's very direct. It's not as flexible as people are and as artists are, or as expressive as artists are, because we are people, we have emotions, you know what I mean? Like, we can do things that AI can't. I mean, AI fucks up all the time. Anyway, this was a good talk, you know. It's very interesting. I enjoyed it. I feel like this is like kind of like a therapy session for me, just to get everything out there, just blurt it all out there. And you know, at the end of this, I will forget everything I've said. So if you guys like, oh, Chain said something weird, oh, Chain said something bad, like, I won't even know like what I said. I'll have to go back. My mind might even change after what I said. Like, I don't. But if you guys find this entertaining, and you guys enjoy it, and you guys just love the background noise, you know, this is your second reminder. So go ahead and hit that like button. Why not? You know, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell. You know, and stay notified of anything else I do. And don't forget to check out Kill All Heroes, my call to action entry. You know, call to action is still going on, believe it or not, even though Webtoon is not promoting it as much. but it's still going on. Go ahead and support me over this. Go ahead and support me on Dilliab. Now I have a Ko-fi. I got a Patreon. I got all that kind of stuff. You know, go look at my links. You know, like everything on my Instagram. Go like everything on my Twitter. Just like me everywhere, dude. Just go nuts on that like button. Just go everywhere to every social media I have and like everything. Be an absolute creep. I don't care, okay? Stalk me. No, don't stalk me. Don't stalk me, actually. Don't do that. I shouldn't have said that. There's gonna be some creepy weirdos. Just stay the fuck away from me. But you know what? you can stalk me on my socials. That's fine. I appreciate that. That's fine. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye now.